What's up everybody, it's Sean from Everyday Juggler, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make the most affordable Russian juggling balls out there with everything you need available on Amazon. Alright, I'm super excited to show you how to make the most affordable Russian juggling balls. They're a lot of fun to make and they're super easy. You're going to get it in no time. Let's start with what you need.
The first thing you're going to need is some balls. I use balls that are a little bit different than other Russian balls you're going to find when you look for Russian ball tutorials online. They're actually practice baseballs, so they're not quite as thick as the whiffle balls, but still very durable. They're a little bit different for two reasons. One, they've got this texture to them. They're kind of like a golf ball, so it actually makes it easier to catch, and also they're a little bit smaller than the whiffle balls that you'll find. These come in at 70 millimeters, while whiffle balls come in at almost 75 millimeters. While this doesn't sound like much, you can definitely feel the difference in your hands. You want to make sure that you purchase the Franklin brand practice baseballs. They come in an 8-pack for $7.99. By the way, there's a link to all the things you'll need from Amazon in the video notes, and if you purchase them by using the links, I'll get a tiny little commission and you can support Everyday Juggler in that way. I've had a few people try these out and I've gotten nothing but positive feedback. Everybody likes the texture and the fact that they're a little bit smaller than wiffle balls. Next, you're going to need salt, scissors, tape, sandpaper, a paper plate of any kind, here's a nice Christmas one, a box cutter, a glue gun. I just want to note that my glue gun is a hand-me-down from my parents from like the 70s, which I think is pretty baller. Which brings me to my next point. You can use any glue gun you have, but if you need one, you can find a link to one on Amazon in the video notes. A scale, preferably one that measures in grams. And finally, a piece of paper. Next, we're going to make that funnel, which means you need to gather the paper, the tape, and the pair of scissors. And you're going to cut that paper into sort of a pyramid shape like this. Once you've cut the paper into that shape, you're going to roll it up into a funnel and use that tape to tape it together. If you find that the hole at the end of your funnel is a little bit too small, you can always take the scissors and cut it off a little bit. Next, you're going to take that practice baseball and you're going to find the hole. You're going to cut a hole around that hole that fits the funnel that you just made. If you make it a little bit too big, that's okay because you're going to be melting it back together anyway. There's a lot of margin for error in this. If the hole's not quite big enough, you can always cut a little bit more plastic out. Preferably if you can cut a piece of plastic out that you can save and then put back in the hole to melt back together, that's the best. But if you happen to cut it out in a lot of little pieces, that's okay too. I'll show you how to get it back together later. Next, you're going to need the scale, the paper plate, the ball with a hole in it, the funnel, and the salt. This next part's pretty self-explanatory, but you take the salt, pour it into the funnel, it goes into the ball. If it's going a little bit too slow, you might need to make that hole a little bit bigger. Usually you're going to pour in a little bit, then shake the ball a little bit till all the salt's in it. And then once you think you have enough salt in there, you can put it on the scale to see how much it weighs. I was aiming for 100 grams for my balls. Some people like a little bit less, some people like a little bit more. That's up to you. If you make it a little bit too heavy, no big deal, just pour out some salt. Alright, so now you've got your ball to the perfect weight. Next, you're going to take that piece of plastic you cut out and put it back in. Or if you didn't cut out a perfect size piece of plastic, you can take one of the balls that came in the package of 8 and cut out a piece of plastic to put over the hole. Then you're going to take that glue gun, which hopefully you plugged in about 10 minutes ago so it's nice and hot, and you're just going to put the hot tip on top of the plastic until it melts over that hole. You don't need to use any glue, so glue is not important for making a Russian style juggling ball. You're just going to be melting that plastic. The reason I like to use a glue gun instead of a soldering iron is because it doesn't leave any marks. You can get a really clean look. Don't be afraid to add more plastic to the melting process if you think you need your ball to be a little bit more durable. Next, you're going to wait about 5 minutes, then you're going to pull out that sandpaper and you're going to sand down the excess plastic, kind of smoothing it over. And that, my friends, is a Russian style juggling ball. It's that easy and it's that quick. And it's even quicker if you do each step of making the balls with every ball at the same time.
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed how to make the most affordable set of Russian style juggling balls tutorial. If you want to know how to make other juggling props, leave a comment below and I'll give it my best shot. Make sure you share this with your friends so they can see how easy it is to make their very first set of juggling balls. Finally, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything coming your way from Everyday Juggler. Alright, that's all for now, so until next time, keep on juggling.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to support the channel. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe.